Welcome to episode 15 of Psychopass. Last time we had the introduction of this helmet that people are wearing to fool the system, and it reads the psychopaths of people around them rather than their own, and that is a great idea, and I can't wait to see where it goes, how many of those things get out in the streets, and yeah, I'm excited to keep going, so we're going to watch and discuss this episode. I've got the subtitles and timer on screen if you want to follow along that way, or you can pull up the episode on the side, but either way, let's get into it, starting after any logos that are at the beginning. Let's go. In 3, 2, 1, play. The cops are on their way to something. What's going on? Okay, Akane, Kogami, heading somewhere. Oh, okay. That's a little weird to start in media res and really show, like, nothing. Like, all it shows is that they're on their way to something. And now we're gonna see how that happened. How that came to be. How they came to be on their way to something. But yeah, there's a lot of people reacting to this video. And holy shit, they are spreading out. So this is happening immediately. This is not for the future of the show. This is going on right now. Awesome. That sucks. It's terrible for people who get assaulted in the street like that. But it's crazy for the story. So yeah, people are worried. People are scared. People are losing some faith, and these guys are out here. People will somebody just got murdered. People are eventually going to have to learn this means bad. Must get away. Shit! Two dead. Oh, man. Yeah, they've got to... At least people will just instinctively learn that the helmet means bad. So... Try swinging a potted houseplant. Put something heavy in a sock. People don't know what to do. They're getting their houses broken into. Yeah, they probably just keep money around wherever because they trust people. Especially older people. I don't know, some old people might still be ingrained in the old ways and might have locked their doors or something, but yeah, you've got all these people going around with the helmets now. That's bad. You don't even have, like, a big enough police force to deal with this. Oh, shit. Well, I'm glad that we're jumping right into that. And when Makishima said the serious stuff hasn't started, I don't know if that's this or there's going to be even crazier shit after. But we'll see. For right now, while the OP's playing, let me say that if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel. Psychopass comes out every Wednesday, with other videos every single day of the week. Also check out the description down below for links to Twitter and Discord if you want to hang out there, and Patreon, where you can support this channel, get these videos early, vote in polls for which shows I watch, get vlogs that will never be on YouTube, and all that stuff. So thank you so much. How the hell are they going to deal with this? So yeah, it showed that police response at the beginning. We know there has to be a big police response to this. I just don't know what they'll do. Maybe that's why it didn't show us. Maybe that's why it just showed that they're on their way, because what else can they do? Well, shit. Damn. Taking it out on the people who are maybe more well off in certain ways. Why? Oh God. Oh, are you fucking kidding? Holy shit. This is horrendous. This is so. I was hoping maybe the sprinklers would react fast enough to save her, but wow. Oh God, why? Yeah, it's like we have been judged this way. There's nothing we can do about it. So they're taking it out on the people who've had it better. And it's not their fault. They're not the perpetrator. Whoa! They're not the perpetrators here. Wow. He fucking snapped. Oh, and well, I mean, they're fighting back. That's good. But it's also showing that these people, blessed by the system, can take actions like that. You know, nobody's perfect. In certain situations, anybody can be pushed to do something like that. And the system would judge that and be like, no, bad, bad. But it's not bad. It's what they have to do to survive. This is fucked. This is brutal. And it's showing exactly what Makishima wants. Yeah. I mean, this is good that people are standing up and defending themselves. Is that right? I don't think that's true. I don't think it's that advanced that it could somehow detect a difference. I think that's a rumor. But yeah, it's not just the chaos that will be caused by the helmet people. It's the chaos that the people fighting back will cause. And they'll become killers too. And I'm sure their coefficients will go up. And that'll show huge flaws in this shit. How many are there, though? How many more? Hundreds? Holy shit. Yeah. What can they even do? Yeah, I would think so. It's everybody else. They're just gonna get more and more paranoid. Oh my god, they're still beating this guy. Kase? Is that what they said? Is that the old lady's name? Are you? Understandable. I don't know about unremarkable. I mean, I guess so, yeah. But I mean, in comparison to this city and this world, like they're saying, Philip K. Didn't he write the book that Minority Report is based on? I think so. Maybe. And also, do androids. Thank you, right on cue. That was Total Recall, right? Or was that Minority Report? Whichever. But either, yeah, of course he wants paper books. I recently switched to a Kindle myself. It's very convenient. I do like the feel of the paper, but I gotta save space in my house. And it's just convenient. Gotta absorb the books. But anyway, they're ordinary in what they feel like ordinary should be compared to this fucked up system and society. Yeah, it's a nice feeling. I like to get physical manga and see those images on the page, but shit's expensive. Can't really do it anymore. I love how he stole my thunder of that, though, as soon as I was about to say, oh yeah, do androids dream of electric sheep? I know things. I know references. He stole it from me. And yet, not the case. They didn't think it was even possible, so they have no protocol for it. No countermeasures. Okay, they've got some more people. A little bit. What is this, like 15 people? Yeah, you can't even use those. Okay, we've got something at least. We have a weapon. Okay, we have those too. And of course, they can subdue people who aren't wearing the helmets that might get in the way. Well, shit. I mean, I don't know how widespread, how useful they are, but that doesn't seem like a lot. Okay, well, small groups going out to different areas. Maybe they'll be able to handle it in I don't know how much time. Nice. I like how that shot ended with him standing up, crotch to camera. Nice suits. That's what we saw at the beginning of episode 1. Of course, they view them as the crazy ones. Yep, he's on his side. And this is his home. He wants to make it better. And okay, these guys are with the cause. They want to see what can come of this. Are these any different, or are they just colored, just for fun? Oh, come on! Akane! I know Kogami is more of the natural detective, but think about it a little bit. Yeah, it's gotta be somebody who can avoid detection, which is him. Yeah, that's actually a good line. The only person who could make those helmets is one who could do so without needing one himself, which is Makishima. Oh, it definitely has a purpose. Well, of course it's not just pure chaos. He's demonstrating flaws in the system, and there's probably other shit. He's probably got stuff that maybe he's gonna try to do something during the riots, sneak in somewhere, casually while the police are busy with this and distracted. He's gonna go confront the Kase lady or go somewhere. Of course, there's going to be rumors about everything online. The damn internet, spreading chaos. I guess you could. That's not going to stop them. Please, sir, stop. I don't think that's going to do it. There's a lot. Wow. Yeah, did you really think that was going to play out otherwise? You weren't going to have to use force? Okay, let's see the grenades. Alright, effective. Pretty good. And you've got a couple more in your little group. Stop. You can't. And they know you can't, I'm sure. The ones without helmets can, but after seeing the grenade, it scared him a bit, though. Yeah, they just gotta restrain everybody for now. Yeah, they were brought into it by Makishima. I'm sure. Pretty much, he gave them the tools they needed to do it. He seems like he plans pretty far ahead. That's what I was saying. Distract the police so that he can do something somewhere else. Over there, maybe? Or down there. Nona Tower. Yeah, I mean, I guess I gotta give it to Kogami. Should have expected him to figure it out. He's really smart, so. But it was fast that he figured it out, so what are they gonna do now? I guess this will be them on the way, like at the beginning of the episode. If you say so. It's cool that somebody like him, who's experienced with computers and tech and everything, figured all this out. Some inconsistencies with how it works. And it's where they're going now. Okay. There's this one specific thing or place. Alright. Seems like it. So he's noticed a lot of inconsistencies. I'm sure they do. I guess that's what got him interested in the first place. Yeah. Just wants to know what is actually controlling everything, as do I. Maybe it's aliens. Maybe they've got an alien in a tank who can judge people's brains, and it all goes through him. His name is, Francis, the alien. Probably. Well, shit, we're getting right into this. They went straight for their goal here. We're working on finding out the truth behind the system. Yeah, that'd be great. Are we actually going to get to see it anytime soon? Like, next episode-ish? And here we are back at the start. Alright, notify everybody else. But even if the riots are a diversion, we still gotta help take care of them. And you don't have solid proof. Yeah, that should have been pretty obvious. Alright, we've got at least a couple people on their way. And it's cool that Kagari is here too, since we haven't had a lot with him recently, or in the show, compared to... Oh, damn it, fuck! I was saying, we've had a lot more focus on Akane and Kogami, obviously, so for it to not just be the two of them, but to have him in their team too is cool. But fucking shit ass, the episode ended. The hell's that about? Assholes. Ending the episode. I wanted to see. I want to know what's going to happen. I'm going to throw a tantrum like a little baby. Shit, let's talk about it. Alright, episode 15. I didn't expect things to get so serious so fast. The helmets were introduced last time, and Makishima said, of course, things haven't gotten serious yet, and we know there's a lot bigger stuff on the horizon. I didn't expect it to be already. I thought we would still focus on more small-scale stuff, like smaller numbers of people with the helmets building up to something like this, but for it to happen right after, where we have so many people with the helmets, these large-scale riots that the police don't know what to do about, already is really surprising and exciting, and that we're actually getting towards Makishima and one of his true main goals here of discovering the secrets behind the Sybil system, and that we could discover that stuff. I mean, yeah, I guess we have to get into that. The show's like 22 episodes or something like that, so we've got to, but I just didn't expect it quite right now, so that's really exciting. The end of the episode pissed me off because I want to see more. I want to see what's in there. I don't know if we're going to see it. We could easily see them walk in and we just see like a surprise expression on their face, and then we cut away and they don't show us what it is, but either way, I still think these helmets are a brilliant idea for the story, so seeing them used like this is crazy. It's so brutal watching all this shit happen, watching these people get killed. The woman who gets set on fire, holy shit. But it's just so interesting for the story and everybody fighting back, and it's causing so much chaos. There's so many people out there with these helmets, and then people are fighting back in return, and then you've got the police coming out there and they might be fighting back against them, and you've got all these rumors spreading online, and people don't know what's true and what's not and what they can or can't trust. And that's the biggest thing. They talked about that a few episodes ago, about the public image of this whole thing. It's not perfect, but people need to think that it is. And one thing that I talked about last time was the lack of security for the guy at the beginning of the episode who could just walk in and kill those two people. And I understood it, and I said that it makes sense, because of course under this system, nobody is supposed to be able to do that. If the system says that they're clear, then there should be no logical reason why anything bad would happen, so why not allow for it? I was just saying, yeah, but also you could just also have a lock on the door too. I understood why they did, and it makes sense. I just thought it was kind of funny. But somebody brought up in the comments that that's public image is a big part of that as well. If you do prevent people from going somewhere like that, even though it's a place nobody should need to go, like random civilians shouldn't need to go back there to where they're doing their work, if there was safety precautions there, then people might be like, well, why is that? if the system is perfect, you don't need that, right? And it might cause people to have some distrust. So, of course, they would have it set up the way that it is now. So, to have all these rumors about, like, oh, well, what can we do to defend ourselves? What should we do? Is this really fooling the system? Is the system not as great as we thought? What are the police doing? Are they attacking civilians? Saying that, like, this police have killed people, innocent civilians. And who knows? Maybe that's true in some area. We didn't get to see everybody. There's a lot of different areas where riots are happening. You know, maybe people fought back. Maybe the police were more brutal than they should have been. Who knows what's actually been happening out there? But people are seeing this and freaking out, and luckily it seems like they're getting a little more alert. Of course, they've learned those helmets are bad. We know what to do, fight back or run away. It's not as helpless as the people who were, you know, in that crowd last time watching that woman get slowly tortured to death. But I just think it's such a great showing of Makishima's ideals here that these people are fighting back the way they are. Like, good for them, of course, because these people are holding them hostage, hurting them, trying to kill them. Fight back against your attackers, defend yourselves. But they're also talking about online rumors about, like, oh, but if it's in self-defense, or if you attack a criminal, your crime coefficient totally doesn't go up. There's no way that's true. Maybe it could be, but I interpreted that as being totally false. It can't even tell the difference between a criminal and a detective who thinks like a criminal or thinks about that kind of shit, you know? There's no way it can be that precise to where it can know that the act that you're committing is self-defense. I mean, your mental state might be different depending on if you're defending yourself or just going crazy and committing murder. But I don't think you're immune to it. I think your coefficient can definitely go up in those instances. Maybe not, but as far as I'm concerned, that's what would make the most sense with what we've seen of the system so far. And so, to have these instances of these people going around doing all this, like breaking into people's houses, like, oh, you probably keep money under the mattress, right? Because, of course, the system is built on everybody just trusting each other and being assured that no bad things are going to happen. So you're not going to lock your doors. You're not going to protect your money, whatever. Or going to attack people who are beneficiaries of this system, people who have been blessed by it, these people who feel disparaged by it, that we've been given the shitty lot in life because of the system and we can never really go anywhere because of it. It's just determined that that's how we are and that we can't change that. And so we're going to attack these privileged folk when it's not their fault. You know, it's the system that's at fault there. So it sucks to see that horrible shit happen, especially the girl who got caught on fucking fire. And then they did a close-up on her after she was burnt. That was unnecessary, but man, it was effective. It's been very brutal and dark, for sure. But then when they start fighting back, you know, these are the people blessed by the system, the people the system judges to be good and proper, and even they can be pushed into these kind of actions. Like, that one guy started going crazy. There's no way his coefficient was normal in that time when he was defending himself there with the way that he was acting. Even they can be pushed to do stuff like this, and I feel like the system would probably judge them harshly should it scan them and read those actions. You know, like Makishima was saying before, how do you judge a person? How do you judge what a crime is? When you're not judging specifically if they're breaking the law, you're not judging like what harm directly they're causing to people, you're judging it in the way that the civil system does, where it's reading their mental state. How do you really judge a person like that? Anybody can do good or bad things, possibly. Like, people can be pushed into these situations where they do shit like this. But from the civil system's perspective, it's just all going to be the same. And it's just going to read that and be like, oh, latent criminal or whatever. Lethal elimination, bad. And even these people can be pushed into that. So I think that really shows that, in addition to just spreading general chaos and paranoia, very Joker-esque, which is very entertaining, while also being a diversion so they can go after their true goal here and leave it to Kogami to figure all that out very quick. I didn't expect him to figure it out so quick, but I really should have expected him to figure it out, because he's always on top of that. It shows the difference between somebody like him and somebody like Akane, who's less experienced and just thinks very differently and is more indoctrinated with the system in certain ways, to where she's like, we don't know for sure that it's Makishima behind this, and it's like, really. But he makes a very good point. He's like, you don't even need to think about it at all. Of course it's him, but he's being very logical about it. I loved that line where he said, like, the person behind this needs to be somebody who can go through all this helmet business without actually needing one themselves. And that's Makishima. He needs to be able to go through all this, all the processes required in getting all this together. It's a huge ordeal and can't just be some random guy. It's got to be somebody like him. So figuring out where they're going, calling Ginoza and getting his approval. Kogami's just real fucking good. He's entertaining to watch when he's in his element, in his job. So they're on their way. I like that Kagari is there too. It's not just the two of them. We got somebody else, a more minor character who we haven't had as much focus on as part of the team right now. So yeah, I'd like to cut to everywhere else and just see more of the chaos that these people are causing, more of the riots, more of how some of the other squads are handling things, because we got some other characters that we've never seen before. I was like, we don't nearly have enough people to deal with this, and then we see some new faces, some other police members that we've never seen before in that room, but still it's like a dozen people. It's not nearly enough, and you can't use the dominators on them. You've got your stun batons, and you got these grenades, which are pretty effective and good for crowd control, so that's good. And they've got their teams that they can take to different areas, so they're working on things as best as they can, but it still seems like it's going to be really hard to keep all this under control, and I don't know how long it's all going to take. So it would be nice to see how different people are handling it, different areas of the riots. But the main thing with them and Makishima and his guys is exciting too, because like they're heading to where they are. They're going to be in the same place. Like, what's going to go on? Are we going to have some kind of showdown there? What's going to happen with Makishima? Thinking about Joker type stuff. Are we going to have anything where like he gets captured and that was all part of his plan because he's got it all planned out ahead of time? Are we going to get to see what they find in there? What are they going to find? I love the details with Cho. I didn't understand half the words he was saying, but I get where he's coming from, and I'm taking his word for it. And it makes sense as this hacker, this tech expert, for him to notice these inconsistencies and these problems with how the system works, and for him to question that, and then to notice these things, like how it all gets routed through this one place, and how that made him start questioning things, and like how he's from China or wherever he's from, and how he wants to be able to see this country in a better light, and how this is Makishima's home and he wants to make it to what he feels it should be. And you've got all these other people with suits and helmets painted the color that we saw the one in episode 1 who want to see that vision too, see what can come, like what kind of order can come out of this chaos, what beauty can come from the destruction. So we'll see what they find. I don't know what there's going to be, what the secret behind the system is going to be. If it's just going to be about, like, I joked about aliens. I'm sure it's not going to be anything like that, but if it's going to be anything more than just, like, a supercomputer, if we're going to have humans who are actually behind it, you just have, like, a room of humans, or maybe even one particular human who are actually hooked up to some machines controlling all of this, and are they the ones making the judgments. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to find in there, but yeah, just Makishima's conversations too, the literary quotes, and I was wrong about do androids dream of electric sheep. I said, is that Total Recall or is that Minority Report? Neither. It's Blade Runner. So yeah, I looked it up. But either way, all good movies, all good stories. So either way though, him talking about this place being so messed up and them being the ones who are ordinary, and of course wanting to make this into a thing where everyday things should be done in everyday ways, and it'll be what they consider to be ordinary, and that they're just average people. It's such an interesting perspective to be coming from while inciting all of this madness. And you just have a lot of victims here. Some people more than others, but of course people being attacked are victims. These people in the helmets are pawns of Makishima and were screwed over by the system to begin with. And even Makishima was in ways molded into this by the system. I can't wait to learn more about him, but you know, people all have their own shit going on, and it's just crazy to see all the chaos that's ensuing. All the people. I don't know how this is going to be calmed. Like, I could honestly see this lasting for the rest of the season. It just being like one, maybe not over the place of just like one night, that might not be enough time to cover everything, but just one couple of days where these riots continue, they're chasing Makishima, just like one huge action sequence that takes like 7 episodes. I don't know, because I don't know how they will stop all of these riots, and then even if you do, this was a big thing that happened. How do you calm people down? They're going to remember that this happened. They're going to be in worse moods. These area stress levels have gone up so much. People have been attacking police and being attacked by the police and losing trust in them and in the system, and it just seems like a really bad state for society. And it's fucked up, but it's so fun to watch Makishima's plans come together, and that's a great villain when you just want to see what the hell they're going to do next, and you understand them, but they're also really fucked up. And like, I do want to see him get stopped, but I also want to see, in a way, him succeed in his ideals of reforming the system and reforming society. And back to the books, I also liked how he was talking about books themselves. There's been a lot of literary references in the show, especially from Makishima, so to have him talk about the fact that he does enjoy reading all these books and he likes the paperback experience, that's cool and that's very relatable. I was very resistant to go digital on a lot of things for a long time, and I still really enjoy the feeling of holding a book and turning the pages and putting your bookmark in there and closing it and seeing how far along you are and all that stuff, and having a nice display on the shelves and being able to look at my whole collection. It just gets to the point where space is an issue, money might be an issue if they're more expensive than the digital version, convenience is an issue. There are a lot of ways that a Kindle or something like that becomes very convenient, and this year I broke down and finally I wanted to get into reading more because I used to read a lot when I was younger, and I haven't as much over the years, and I wanted to get back into reading more consistently, and I got a Kindle and have been reading every day, and it's just very convenient and easy to use, and I don't regret it, but I definitely understand the touch of the paper and the stimulation it gives your brain and all of that stuff, and him kind of wanting this simpler experience and really wanting to be able to absorb the stories that he's reading and process them and understand why he's maybe not in the right mood in some cases, like when he's reading, and why he can't absorb them as well, and sort of tuning himself properly to it. Hell of a cliffhanger. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. It's gone in a really interesting direction and escalated very fast. So yeah, I know there are more seasons after this, so it might be kind of weird to say, but I do like how quickly it's escalated. It's very exciting. Part of me also wouldn't have minded a slower build-up. And also, it would be great to just have more episodes of just any other parts of this city, any other aspects of the society, anything not related to Makishima or not directly related to him, just anything else you can explore, because this show's explored so much already so well that I trust that like any topic that it wants to cover, it could probably tackle it in a pretty interesting way. But I also like everything that we have gotten and everything that is focused on Makishima. It's just like, it's so good that I want even more. I wish there were even more episodes where we could spend more time on smaller things as well. But it's also just been really well paced, and of course you don't want to overstay your welcome. Having it so focused and getting straight to the point and escalating these conflicts in exciting ways so quickly has been really good, and I'm glad that it's not dilly-dallying around. But like I said, there are other seasons and movies, so there we might explore some of that smaller stuff. It's just that I've heard that at least season 2 isn't as good, so just in this introduction with the creators all there of the original show, Gena Rabuchi and everybody, I would have liked to seen everything they could possibly think of, just because it's all so good. But I love what we have gotten, so I can't wait to see more. So let me know your thoughts on this one. We can talk about it down in the comments. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to see more, check out the stuff linked down in the description as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.